Hi everyone, it's Kieran with Thrifted Living. So for today's video, I would like to share with you 5 easy, simple, and elegant Dollar Tree DIYs that you can do to decorate your home for the holiday season. So put on your Christmas music and get your hot glue gun ready. Let's get crafting. For this first project, you will need some of these styrofoam cones, and for a lot of the projects I'm going to share today, you will be using these pine cones. They are these really pretty glitter pine cones that I found at Dollar Tree. They had them in a ton of different shades, but I found this like rose gold color and I really loved it. Now, I actually tried this project twice. The first time I left the cone white and I put all of the pine cones on the cone, and I hated how it looked with the gold on the white background. So I actually took the cone outside and I spray painted it gold. I am so much happier with how the gold pine cones look on the gold cone. I just think it looks a lot more sleek and I just think it looks a lot prettier. So all you have to do for this project is simply hot glue the pine cones onto the cone. It's really easy. I tried to stagger them as best as I could while I was putting them up the cone, just so that they kind of filled it up a little bit more or gave it the appearance that it was a little full. Now you will be able to see the cone behind the pine cones a little bit, but I don't really think that's too big of a deal. And from a distance especially, you can't tell that there's any space in it. So it did take probably about 5 bags. I want to say probably about 5 bags of pine cones. But they have 6 pine cones in each, and they do shed a lot of glitter. Just so you know, a lot of glitter does come off of them, but I don't care. There's always a small layer of glitter around our entire house. So this project was so easy to do. So simple, yet so beautiful. This next project is one that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. The Dollar Tree has been selling these little boxes. I think they're kind of like shadow boxes or little banks, and I thought that they would be perfect to create a little winter scene. So I took apart this shadow box, I ripped the high heel picture off of it, and there was a lot of sticky stuff on it that I wasn't able to get off. So then I tackled the writing that was on the glass. I thought that maybe nail polish remover would work if I just rubbed it, and it didn't do anything at all. So then I actually took the nail polish remover and just put it on the paper towel and kind of just set it on top of the paint, because I did notice that there was some black residue, so I knew it was doing something. I let it sit there for a while and I came back to it, and when I did, I tried to wipe it off. It didn't really work, but I used my fingernail and it worked pretty well. So then I had the idea to take a coin and actually scrape it off with the coin, and that worked so nicely. It was really tedious. I did get a cramp in my hand, but I was able to get all of that writing off and completely clear the entire piece of glass, and it looked so nice. I was so happy that I was able to get that paint off. I took the little box outside and spray painted it gold. Of course, you guys know I'm obsessed with gold. And I also spray painted the back. You can see the adhesive on it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I actually found these bottle brush trees at Joann's, and it was a crazy discount. It was like 90% off, and then I got some cotton balls from the Dollar Tree as well. So I took the cotton balls and I just pulled them apart. I wanted to create the effect of snow. I don't know how much it really looks like snow, but I think it works. So I just pulled them all apart, and then I took some of the smaller bottle brush trees and just set them inside of the shadow box. I wanted to create the illusion of a little forest scene. I also decided to add some of this iridescent glitter. It did not come from Dollar Tree. I think it came from Joann's, but I liked the little added touch that it gave to the piece. It just gave it a little bit more sparkle, and I think it turned out so nicely. This next project was inspired by a project that I had done previously. I created this really pretty wall-mounted wreath, and I actually have a video about that. I will share that with you guys in the description box below. But I wanted to create a bow to attach to the wreath, and so I just found a bow tutorial, I think on YouTube or Pinterest. I'll link wherever I found it below, and it was really easy to do. I got this ribbon at the Dollar Tree, and it's a really pretty red, almost like a velvety feeling ribbon. It's so beautiful. I love the way it looks. It's just so rich looking. So all I did was take two different sizes of ribbon, one larger and one smaller, and I just laid them on top of themselves. I then kind of had a little bottom of the bow, I don't even know what that part of the bow would be called, that I just kind of created there, and I tied it with some twine. I think there's probably a more like proper way to do this, but this is just kind of how it worked for me. And so after I tied it with the twine, I then just wrapped some ribbon around it to create the illusion that it was all one piece. And I think it turned out really nicely. And then I simply just attached it to the wreath using some twine. I didn't really plan on doing this next project. I kind of just had everything lying around and I thought, why not? So I simply took this frame that I had used for a different project and I just tied some twine to it. Twine seems to be the way I do a lot of things in my Dollar Tree DIYs, but I attached some twine and then I took some of these garland ties and wrapped them around the outside of the frame, and I really love the look of gold and the evergreen. I just think it's a really pretty combination, and I just simply twisted it around the outside of the empty frame. Once I did that, I then took some pieces of twine. Of course, I took some pieces of twine. I think 5 pieces altogether, and I tied it to the middle of the top of the frame, and then I attached some of those really pretty gold pine cones that I'm obsessed with right now, and I just kind of hung it from the middle of the frame, and I think it turned out really nice. It's very classic and very simple, but I think very elegant at the same time, and I'm really happy with how it looks. And of course, this final project combines several of my Dollar Tree favorites, including the wire and those pine cones. So I love using the Dollar Tree floral wire. I use it for so many different things. But for this project, all you're going to do is shape the wire into a circle. It's a lot harder than it seems. It's not impossible, but it is a little challenging. You have to be patient for sure. So I just molded the wire into a circle, and once I was happy with the shape, I then attached some twine to the top. And then I took one of the garland ties and I just twisted it around the side. I didn't want it right on the bottom. I did want it to be a little bit to the left just because I liked how that looked. And I just twisted it around, and I am obsessed with gold and green. And then I took some of those pretty glitter pine cones and attached it to the side as well. And I think it turned out really nicely. You don't want to have too many pine cones on the side. It is kind of heavy if you put too many on. But I think it turned out so nicely, and it's just so classic, and I think glitter just makes everything look better. I love how it looks hanging on our door. And that's it for this holiday-inspired Dollar Tree DIY. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I took some products from Dollar Tree and created some really simple, really cheap, and very elegant pieces for Christmas and for holiday decor. If you enjoyed these DIYs, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Liking my videos really helps support my channel. It helps more people see my content and it helps my channel grow. So I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss my next video. I hope that this inspires you to check out your local Dollar Tree and see what you can create. If you try any of these projects, please share them with me on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on my blog at thriftedlivingblog.com. Please follow me on Instagram at thriftedliving, and if you don't have an Instagram but would like to stay up to date with what I'm doing, you can follow me on Facebook at thriftedliving page. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!